Hey everybody, this is Laura and welcome to my workspace. Um, you can see I'm not wearing any makeup today, and so I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm putting together this tutorial for summer makeup and some different techniques that I want to show you guys. Don't necessarily hide your skin, but enhance it and show off all your best features. Go ahead and moisturize your face after you wash. Go ahead, slather on your lotion for the day. Make sure to put on sunscreen before you put on your foundation. I really prefer to use a sunscreen that is not mixed in with my makeup. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the color. I have that on already, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the foundation. So right now, super obsessed with NARS. Using this Sheer Glow from NARS. It's a glass bottle, so go ahead, enjoy. I like to mix that with either a light lotion, again, no SPF, or I also have a brightening serum from NARS, which I love. It's a little bit pricey, but you know, I'm getting older, 27, and my skin just isn't the same way that it was when I was younger. In high school and even college, it's changed a lot. So anyways, I just add a little squirt of that, and this is the brightening serum from NARS. It's pretty fabulous. Check it out at your local Sephora. And then I just mix that together and start applying on your face in a circular motion. And you're going to want to work that in really, really well. I kind of avoid the eyebrow and hairline area if possible, but I also try to get as much moisturizer in those areas. So if you moisturize around the eyebrow, around the hairline, it just helps blend a little bit better, and you don't notice if you do get a little bit of your foundation in those areas. Don't look at my nails, they look terrible. I've learned this the hard way. Find a wash rag to keep right beside your makeup while you're applying, or go ahead and wash your hands because you do not want to apply concealer too close to your eyes. Especially, you don't want to apply your foundation too close to your eyes. It will make you cry like a baby. Okay. So now concealer, NARS as well. This is one of my favorites, and I'm not going to go into all the details of what I'm using right now. I'm going to go ahead and post the details of that on my blog, so head there, everydaycharming.com, and go directly to my blog. You'll see all the links to these products that I'm talking about today. I start with all these awful black circles around your eyes. If I'm a little bit awkward, it's because I'm doing this into the camera and everything is in reverse. So I have found, at least, my eyes are not as sensitive to the concealer stick, so I can get a little bit closer without too much tears later. And it always happens that after I put my foundation on, and if it does get too close to my eyes, I'm fine when I walk out the door, and it's 30 or 40 minutes later when I'm having lunch with someone that all of a sudden the waterworks start to come. Don't know why that is. I'm sure somebody knows that, and you can tell me. But bad experience, explain why you're all emotional, why you're crying at lunch. No, not gonna happen. Anyway, so keep your hands clean. Really, I wash my hands between applications of products, even between lotion to foundation and foundation to concealer. I wash my hands a lot just to kill off all the bacteria and just stuff you don't need on your face. Anyways, I'm not going to pretend to sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I do know a little bit about makeup, so loose powder, and just again, just pat that on just a little bit over my nose area, kind of the T. So let's move on to bronzer, and my favorite right now, from Mars, Laguna. Love it. Anyways, I use a very small brush to apply this because I like to do something called contouring. And I'm just going to apply an upward motion and downward. And as you can see, I have a rather round face, so I like to make a few extra, what am I trying to say here? I like to make it look like I have these cheekbones that I do not have. So I add a lot of bronzer. You can do a little if you already have dramatic cheekbones, or you can, you know, go easier on it. Again, I just sort of make this upside down triangle. It's a little bit slanted upwards. And then I will also apply it right along my hairline. And this again, just sort of shaping and contouring. And especially right here, just sort of give me a little less of a round shape. And around. And on the other side. Don't mind my hair. I'm going to do it this way. I just slipped on it. Anyways, so we're done with that. You can set that brush aside. And you can blend now or you can wait. I usually put my blush on before I blend it, but I'm seeing some severe lines, so I'm going to blend that out a little bit. Use your hands. Hands are great for everything. Keeps you from washing a million brushes every day, twice a day. Just go ahead and use your hands. Keep them clean now. Shading, just like if you were drawing. Shading is always really beautiful if you can do it right. So practice. Go ahead and wash your face and then put your makeup on again at night just to get a little extra practice. Wash it off again. I know it's a waste, but it can teach you some things about where to put your color and how much and how little to use. So grab your blush again. Dun, 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 nice. And I like to create shape. Since I'm working with kind of a flat, not too much, you don't want to bring the 80s completely back. So there is that. You can put that brush away. Then let's do a little blending. I try to keep my blush sort of right in this area, so I still have room for a little bit of highlight under here, which will really brighten your face up, but I also keep it away from getting too low. I want to have sort of a little extra dimension in this area to give me cheekbones. Anyway, so rub that out just a little bit. And I do this weird thing that I learned from reading about how Kim Kardashian does makeup, because I do like her makeup, I'll admit it. So take your bronzer and I sort of squeeze my brush, because I don't like to use a lot of brushes because I don't like the waste of time and the care that it takes to take good care of them. Anyways, so I went ahead and I tapped my brush into my pressed powder and then squeeze so you kind of have a thin line. And then I have this round nose, so I want to make it a little bit longer. So I'm going to go like this, right down the side, not on the front. Save that for the highlight. Same thing with the other side. And it's just sort of going to give you a shadow there that's going to elongate your nose. So you end up looking like you don't have a round nose, you have a long nose. Perfect. Okay, so done with that, done with this. Okay, Laura Mercier. Woohoo, let's bring in a new brand. Used some of her products. Some of my good friends in Toronto we're starting to use her line. I think it was like 2 summers ago. Stella, be quiet. Dogs. Anyways, they were saying that, oh, you gotta check out Laura Mercier's new mineral makeup. It's super fabulous. You'll love it. I got it, didn't like it so much, and maybe it's because I've got a lot of shine and I'm sweating more than most girls. I don't know. Either way, I didn't really care for it, but I did love her mineral illuminating powder. This is still a trial size, and I've been rocking it for 2 years, so it lasts forever. You don't need the big container of it unless you want to really shine. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and tap my brush. Careful, you don't want to do too much illuminator. A little bit goes a long ways. Don't go wild. Just get, what you need. Then sort of tap your brush out so you're not being wasteful. So then we're going to put this right here, right below the eye, but above your blush. It just sort of brightens things up a little bit. If I'm feeling real crazy, I might toss it on over a little bit of my blush, just sort of, again, give you a little more shape and it's a lot. Okay. And again on the other side. Then the nose, which is right down the middle, like this. I do a little bit right here on the forehead, and whenever you're photographing, did I miss that part? Great makeup equals great photos. Don't cake it on, but don't go without it either, because you can really give your skin a smooth look before I even touch it in Photoshop. So, given that option, I'm sure you would always take that, because, well. So then I put a little bit, if I'm feeling a little wild, put a little bit of illuminator right there. I might put a little bit on my chin. You can see I'm just got a little bit of a glow. I don't want to be too shiny though, so let's stop while we're still good. Okay, so, and that wasn't much, just a little tap tap on the brush, tap your brush out for one side, do the other side the same way. You haven't used a lot, but it really enhances the little bit of summer makeup you are using, so I like that a lot. And I just have this really super cheap Revlon color palette. It's just a very neutral. I like the pink is really nice, and it has like a darker purple with a little bit of iridescence. I think it's really pretty. And then, of course, you're always going to use tons and tons of neutrals. Don't go crazy with color. Pick one color, use it, rock it out, but make sure to balance it with neutrals. You don't need to go wild and throw 4 or 5 different colors on your face, because you'll start to look like a clown. So I'm just going to take a little bit. There you go. Giving those eyebrows a little lift. So mine are dark enough. I don't usually use a pen on my eyebrows. I don't feel like it's necessary. Especially when I was blonde, I did not use a pen at all because I felt like they were way too dark. So now I'm just using, this is sort of a neutrally sort of peachish skin tone here, and I like to put it under my eyes. I always use eyeshadow for a lot of different purposes. So I've got that concealer just around this area of my eye, and then I'm going to go over it, and I really didn't touch it with my loose powder when I put that on. I kind of stayed away from it because I don't like to look too heavy. I would rather look really fresh and dewy and just more of a glow than cakey surface. Now we're just going to do this. Same thing on this side. And again, I am able to get much closer with my eyeshadow without irritating my eyes than I am with any of my other products. So that's the biggest reason why I use it in this way. Sometimes I will even come on down here instead of using my cover up because it just seems to do a good job and stay in place, and that's all I really care about. So, okay, now let's take our pink, and the pink I like to put right here. A little bit more. Sorry you guys, I just realized that this is nearly a 20-minute tutorial. Should be much easier if I don't have to talk and do something. I'm hugely faster. Not really, I'm just saying that. Anyways, okay, so we got our pink on. Now let's take just a little bit of this iridescent plum, very dark purple, and just kind of smudge it. Again, I use fingers for everything. I'll wash them. Keep washing them. And it's summertime, so I'm not going to wear any eyeliner because when you sweat, it smears and looks ugly. Oops, sorry. Okay, let's do the other side. And I'm just sort of putting it in the corner, working it out. I don't want to go too wild with this because it's not super intense, but it tends to get out of control if you don't keep it in one area and then just like softly move it. You don't want to look like you have a black eye. Okay. So we're getting close. And then every once in a while, if I feel like I want to be a little more dramatic, I'll take this little teeny tiny brush, and it's kind of nice to use in place of eyeliner. So I'm just going to apply it right at the edge of my eye. Again, I'm having a hard time because I'm looking at myself opposite. Okay. Just put a little bit on like that. See what I mean here? You don't want to get too great roll. So I just like to go halfway with this little bit of darker eyeshadow. Because I feel like it widens it. Anyways, the cool thing about the wand is it lets you get shadow. You know what I mean? Like, you can put on one coat, then you gotta put on the second coat. Sometimes it looks fabulous, and sometimes it just looks really thick and awful. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply this the best I can. And doing a photo shoot or trying to choose makeup for your photo shoot, waterproof, because you are out in the elements most likely if you're shooting on location, and your makeup is going to start coming off. If you have a shoot like mine, sometimes they can last anywhere from 2 to sometimes 8 hours. Your makeup's not going to look awesome in the end. And there's some things that I just can't do for you in Photoshop that you really should work to get right before you even show up at the shoot, or come to the shoot and I'll help you with your makeup. But these are just few little tips that I've learned and I use on myself, plus I use them on my clients all the time, and they work and they stick. Some of the final touch. I do have this spray. It's a makeup setting spray, and it's by Urban Decay, and it's called Do Me. It's a really fabulous spray, and I bought it when I was in New York one summer, and it was ridiculously hot, and my friend that I was staying with decided not to turn the air conditioning on that week, which I don't understand. Anyways, it was a wreck. So anyways, I invested in some new products while I was there, and most of them Urban Decay. I think I think possibly some Too Faced, but I don't have that in my bag anymore. Anyways, so this Do Me product, it seems to work really well year-round. However, I usually only use it in the summertime when I really need extra help to keep my makeup in place, or if I'm going to be like gone all day long, I know I'm not going to chance. Just go ahead, give yourself have just sort of a natural glow. It really enhances that while it's holding it in place and still helping illuminate your face and getting rid of that cakey, awful, powdery look. So I love it. It's a great product. I use it on my clients all the time. Favorite lipstick? Of course, it's by NARS. I don't remember which line this was, but the color is Mitzi. I'll have all that info on my blog, so just go check it out. And this is a great summer color. I love it because it's not super intense, it's not really shiny, it's not really dull, it's extremely moisturizing, and the color is very natural. Like, it looks great with the tan. I've used it on clients with every skin tone you can imagine, and it looks great on all of them. I still have not found someone that it does not look good on. Yeah, the Mitzi is terrific. I keep this one in my purse all the time. I can pull it out. It can be dark. We can be going to dinner, and I don't need a mirror because it just goes on so nicely, and you don't have to really worry about outlining your lips. I treat it more like a like a colored lip balm than anything else. Anyways, so that's it. Thanks for sticking with me all 30 minutes. I hope you liked my makeup tutorial. It's just basics. It's for the summer. It's light and fresh and glowy, and really just, I hope to see you over on my blog, where you can check out all kinds of new stuff, tidbits, clothing and makeup and styling ideas for your photo shoot. And have a great night. See ya!